All right, John Oakes here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location today. And today we've got another addition to our inventory to go over with you. This being a 1977 Ford Bronco half cab. Real nice machine here. We've got nice straight panels on it. We've gone through the drivetrain on this car. We've discovered it is a original date-coded motor, which is a 302 5-liter motor in it. I believe the Windsor motor on this one. As you can see, ours is done in the white exterior here. It does have the black highlights and so forth, the black painted bumpers. We've got the black fender flares here, the lower body stripe here also, and again more fender flare there. As far as again the metal on this vehicle, everything looks good. The fenders, the doors, all of the alignments and elevations are about as good as you can get with a Bronco. All of your gaps the same way too on this. Again, it is a little bit of an older paint job, but it still looks good. As far as your glass goes, all of that is in good shape too. Tinted side windows, tinted rear glass in this as well. All the glass is in good shape. You can see there's no chips or cracks in any of this. We do have the driver's side and passenger side chrome mirrors on this. The chrome's in good shape on this. The mirrors, of course, the glass in them are in good shape as well. Let's go ahead and open our doors. Take a quick peek inside, where you'll find we've got black vinyl seats in here, and they are an aftermarket, kind of like a racing seat, as you can see there. Black carpeting, and these are buckets up front. Like I said, we do have the center console, factory dash, and factory instrumentation on this vehicle. It does have an aftermarket AM, FM, CD player, and it appears that it does have the heat and AC unit across the bottom of the dasher with all your vents. Now, of course, on the Broncos, you had the steel doors here. They were painted, and then we have the black door panels and armrests on this particular vehicle. All the weather stripping and seals all the way around here all look to be in good shape. There's no rips, tears, or chunks out of any of it. So again, all of that should seal up nice and tight for you and weather tight. As we continue on, you'll see it does have the two fuel doors here. However, it only has the one fuel tank on it. That's going to be the one in the back. Side marker lights, the lenses on all of those are in great shape too. Now, if you look up along the side here too, wheels and tires, we got the aluminum 15-inch. These are like the aluminum slot wheels. And then brand new BF Goodrich all-terrain TA KO2s. And the sizes on those, let me double check those. They are 32, 11 and a half, 15s. And I say all new, and that's including this one up here in the bed. Now this is on a heavy duty spare tire mount. Again, brand new tire on that aluminum slot wheel. As I mentioned, you've got the tinted rear glass here. That looks good. Also, now you can see real good from the back here. Does have the black roll bar here. And as we circle around the vehicle, you'll notice it's got all 4 KC lights up along the top there. Now our tailgate here, again, that's all steel. You see the metal bumper down here. It's a tube style bumper, real nice looking piece here. You've got the shackles here in case you would need them for any reason. Your tail lights, the lenses on those are in good shape. There's no cracks or chips in any of those. We'll go ahead and lower our tailgate so you can see the bed here slightly. There we go. So again, it is tethered. It does have the tethers here, so it's not going to drop below that. The bed's nice and straight in here. Now again, the paint's a little bit older, like I said, but the bed itself, the metal, the fender wells, those are all nice and straight in this vehicle. So we'll go ahead and close this up. There we go, it's latched. So we'll go around to the passenger side now. Again, as we look up along the side of the vehicle, again, the metal's nice and straight on this vehicle. Your gaps on your doors here, again, and elevations, very good, according to, Bronco. Again, these older vehicles, especially these Broncos, they were never really great. And again, this one's really good as far as what we've seen in here. So again, all of those in great shape. I already mentioned the mirrors. The chrome is in good condition. Glass is in good condition. The tinted side glass on this side also No chips or cracks in that. We'll open this door up now. And again, we'll just get a different perspective now from the passenger side. You can see the dash pad on the dash is in great shape. There's no cracks, no tears in any of the carpeting really. And again, like I said, you just get to see everything from the passenger side. Now, Hurst shifter over there for that 3-speed manual transmission. And of course, it is a 4-wheel drive vehicle, so you've got your shifter in there for that to go from 2 to 4. We'll close this. And then we'll continue to the front of the vehicle. Got the 5.0 Interceptor badges on the side here, just to give it a little character. And again, the worn locking hubs too on this. So again, if you need the 4-wheel drive, you can go ahead and turn those in, and you've got 4-wheel drive there. Now, according to the front here, you can see we do have an aftermarket front bumper. It does have the winch here too, and that's all operational. It's a remote 2 unit, so you can go ahead and use that if you get into any binds or have somebody else that gets into a bind that you need to use it to pull them out. Now, you can see the hood here. This is a fiberglass hood. It's got the holes cut out here in the front to let some air in. It does have the hood pins too. And of course, you see the black decals here, or black, it might be paint too, I'm not sure. I'm going to say it's probably paint there on that fiberglass hood. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and pull our pins here. As I'm doing this, you can see the grill is all paint matched to the body there, so everything's going to be that same white color. So I've got the hood pins out now. We'll go ahead and open our hood up. And you want to be careful because, again, it is a fiberglass hood. They've got those torsion rods on there to hold that up for you. No heavy springs here. Again, if you had a heavy spring on this fiberglass hood, it's going to bow it and you possibly could crack it. So again, nice torsion bars here. Now again, we're to the motor now that we've already kind of just briefly touched on. This is the original date-coded motor, 302. It does have a 4-barrel carburetor on it. It looks like a AFB carburetor. It's got the small K&N reusable air filter, the finned aluminum valve covers with breathers. We've got the long tube headers in there as well. Looks to be an aluminum intake back there. It does have the upgraded HEI ignition, the HEI distributor there. As I had mentioned, it's got aftermarket heat and AC. The AC compressor, it's right over there. Stock style radiator. It does have a shroud on it with, looks like a Flex Light aluminum fan blade there. Power brakes. Now it is 4-wheel drum, as we'll show you from underneath, but again, it stops really good. Again, these Broncos are real light, so it doesn't take a whole lot to stop them. Power steering as well, so again, it's going to turn real nice for you too. As you can see, the inside of the engine compartment, the fender wells, the cowl, everything like that, all painted white. The underside of the fiberglass hood painted white too. Now, in combination with this motor here, as far as your differentials go, your front one is a Dana 44. You've got the Dana 20 transfer case on this vehicle, and again, it is a 3-speed manual transmission. And then on your rear differential, that's a 9-inch Ford with a 355 gear in it, POSI unit. So that is pretty much it. We've been through the outside and inside the car under the hood. Now we'll get it on our lift. We'll go underneath it to show you the underside. Then we'll fire that 302 motor up so you can hear what it sounds like. All right, so we now have our 77 Ford Bronco half cab up here on the lift. We're going to go through it just as we do all our other vehicles, go through the steering, suspension, drive line, frame, floors, etc. underneath here, and tell you exactly what we have underneath here, and tell you a little bit about everything here. So, according to all the numbers and such that we've run, I'm going to start with our drive line. The motor that's in this is a 302 Windsor. It is the original date-coded motor. We have the 3-speed manual transmission here as well. And then as far as the transfer case, this is the Dana 20 transfer case. And yes, of course, this is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Now, as far as the differentials in this vehicle, the front differential is a Dana 44. And that does, let me just check real quick. Yes, it does have the worn locking hubs on it as well, so you can either run it 2-wheel drive or 4 if you need to. You just lock out the hubs there for it. Then we come back here to the rear differential. This is a Ford 9-inch. It's got a 355 gear in it, and it is a POSI unit that's there. So good, sturdy, rugged drive line here for this vehicle in case you want to take it off-road and, you know, do some fun things with it. It's going to be strong enough, it's going to handle that. Now, as far as your steering and suspension, now this vehicle sits on a rough country 4-inch lift kit. It's got nice springs and shocks all the way around on it. Of course, in the back, we do have the multi-leaf suspension with traditional shocks back there. As far as our steering, this is a power steering vehicle. So you got all your standard stuff, you got all your links, everything. Steering stabilizer up front too. All of your bushings on all of our bars here are all in good condition. As far as braking, it is power brakes as well, but it's full-wheel drum brakes. So again, stopping though with the drum brakes, not an issue with this vehicle. These things were kind of light anyways, so it doesn't take a whole lot to stop them, and the brakes work really good on this car. Even your knuckles here for your four-wheel drive, for your shafts and so forth up here, those are all in great condition. Drive shaft, your front drive shaft, again, these are going to be all balanced, so it's got the weight to it, so it's going to eliminate any kind of vibrations you might have coming up to the transfer case. Of course, coming out of the transfer case, again, you've got your rear drive shaft, and it's balanced as well. You can see the exhaust system on the car now. We've got it's a long tube header. You can see that coming down here, full dual exhaust. As it comes back here, you'll see it's got the two mufflers. Now these look to be like a Flowmaster style muffler. I cannot see any kind of name on them, but again, they're designed and fabricated just like a Flowmaster muffler. And then the exhaust actually dumps out here right over top of the rear end. It does not extend out to the rear of the vehicle or out to the side, just right over top of the rear end there. And like I said, I already mentioned the multi-leaf suspension. Now, frame and floors on this vehicle, very nice condition underneath here. The floors, all, I'm going to guess, are all original. I do not see any patching. There are no holes whatsoever in this. You can see all of the stamping lines and all of the floors all the way to the back of the vehicle. Even your inner fender wells, say on your back here and up front, those are all in good condition as well. Frame, likewise. Your cross member up front, your frame, the full frame here, the whole length of the vehicle, nice and straight. You don't see any dings or dents in any of it. No bends, nothing. It's nice and straight, good and square the whole way back through the vehicle. Brake lines and such, brake lines are run nice and neat. Fuel lines also. Now the one thing I did notice underneath here, with your brake lines, it does have, it looks to be a proportioning valve for your front to back when you want to adjust it. If you need a little more front or a little more back, you can do that. It's right tucked up here, right against the driver's side frame rail towards the rear of the vehicle. So again, that's a nice option to have. The fuel tank, it's just a single fuel tank back here, and again, that looks to be in good shape. Of course, it's got the encasement here underneath here, so it's going to protect it too. So that's pretty much it for underneath here. Again, just all of your suspension, all the bushings and everything are all in great shape. All of your steering lights, again, all in good condition on this vehicle. The only other thing, wheels and tires. It sits on 15-inch. These are the aluminum slot style wheels. They are all in great shape, and brand new BF Goodrich all-terrain TA-KO2 tires. And not just all four, it's got a spare up in the bed also mounted down. So all five brand new, all matching, and they are 32, 11 and a half, 15s. So there's your sizes on everything. That's an overview of the underneath of this thing. Everything looks to be in great shape. We're going to go ahead and drop it off the lift now, and we'll go underneath the hood when we'll fire up that motor and let you hear what that 302 sounds like.